Hi, welcome to my session today about what makes a good trainer. It is an honor for me to be part of this great summit dedicated to MCTs and all technology enthusiasts as a person and as a sponsor. In 2006, I founded www.rosalba.com, and today it collects hundreds of courses on various topics, including university degrees and master degrees. Some courses, such as the degree in Information and Communication Technology Engineering, are also open to foreigners resident everywhere, with exams in all the countries. These courses are obviously added to the Microsoft official curriculum courses I have kept as an official Microsoft trainer. I'm sure today that are future best trainers and technology leaders among you. Being a career as trainer is not simple. First of all, having a high degree of technical preparation on the products, and then having innate personal attitude that can be improved with studies and hard work. Today, with the different combinations of training types, the game has become harder. Online, on-site, and blended training. Let's see today some transversal techniques that can fit all the three cases. In our work, as in all sectors, we have good professionals and other less good. But even companies looking for training for their staff are not always what a good trainer would like to have. There are companies that understand the cost of a good trainer and other companies that don't. So they choose the path of least learning. If it is cheaper, you are still a warm body in a room with a flip chart. It must be satisfactory, right? Are you a warm body? No, I am an MCT. Because we know that a bad trainer has no return on learning, and our customer may say, "All training is useless and skilled training is a scam." On the other hand, we should always try to offer the best possible learning experience to our customers. Being a good trainer requires us to have many qualities. As you can see, the slide is full of the qualities that we should have. I assure you, it is not always easy to be always 100% in each area. Burnout syndrome is the pathological outcome of a stress process that affects, to various degrees, different practitioners and professionals who are daily and repeatedly engaged in activities involving interpersonal relationships. Using the right techniques of engineering allows us to make learning easier and, on the other hand, to avoid us being exhausted. Trainers like talking, showing slides, doing demos. Yes, but there is nothing worse for a good trainer than a student who only attended a good show and did not put into practice what has been explained. So, guided tutorial is essential to begin to engage the student. Keep your presentation as short as possible, better no more than 20 to 30 minutes at a time if online, or 40 minutes if on site. If the course is in the classroom and lasts all day long, remember that the theoretical concepts will have to be reinforced with shims during the afternoon, and it is better to increase the time dedicated to group or individual exercises. Show concrete examples, such as case studies, learning from previous success and failures. I recommend the failures, but let's say them after having won the trust of the participants. People will not initially listen to all your speeches and may only pay attention to the few failures and not so many successes. Reward participants with exercises, training courses, workplace training courses. Remember, today there are many free events, online resources such as free guides and forums on at very low prices. Adult people can achieve their educational goals today like never, using so many resources. As a paid trainer, you have to make the difference to emerge so that your students get the maximum profit from their investment in training in terms of time and real money. Identify your target group. It must not exceed 6 to 10 participants if a course on several days. If you are conducting a 1 hour online session, they can also be many more. Important. Groups must be homogeneous. At least 2 trainers. It avoids monotony and creates interactivity. Each trainer must not speak more than 30 minutes continuously. Plan to allow senior animate some parts of the training to bring their own experience. Do not underestimate the logistics. You need a room with space. Make sure the tools work, for example, the projector, the microphone, and always get the name cards ready. Allow participants to learn from one another is fun. One is the soccer ball technique, with a specific question that each participant must answer. The ball is sent by one participant to the other. Make sure each participant introduces himself to his neighbor, and you introduce yourself to the group. Place participants on a feature map to create a homogeneous group. Divide the participants into a small group with a specific exercise directly related to the training content. The teams show the results of their exercises. After the breaks or on the next day, ask the participants what they learned during the previous sessions. Key ideas should emerge. Test the participants regularly with regular questions about the key concepts that must have been learned by the end of the training. And this can be compared to a test conducted before training. There are no stupid questions in your class. Maintain a positive atmosphere that facilitates participants to expose their doubts. A smiling face is better. A training session breaks up in workshops. Schedules breaks. Use music to remind people to come back to class. Have incentives or penalties for participants who arrive on time or late. Have a parking for questions that can be answered later, individually or at the end. Parking should not become black holes. No telephone, no tablet. Keep in mind the name of all the participants. Name shows that you pay attention to them as a person. Do not forget the shy people. Every person in your class must achieve the goals set by the course. Try to be impartial and not allow the most shameless to guide learning. Bowl or glass of water? Try always to keep their attention on learning. If you really do not want to throw a glass of cold water to your students, ask them some questions to awaken their attention. Ask those who are sleepy or late to tell a joke. Give them a sign of appreciation, real or symbolic small gifts to encourage participants to answer questions. Bet fake money with a participant about his ability to answer a test question. Collect the impression of people at the end of each day. Create your own material and customize it by letting your students participate, by making them participate, for example, by making note of their observations or practical cases at the margins. Plan exercises and team building activities. Organize an event participants outside the working environment. Dear NCTs, see you next year, and thanks to all sponsors.